Welcome back, and we're now going to do another Santana groove, and this time we're moving into the key of G Dorian, okay? We're using the same chord progression now, okay? We're using the root G minor to the 4, in this case, C major, okay? Just want to show you another example of exactly the same thing, but in a different key, okay? So we're going from the root chord to the 4 chord in Dorian, which is a major chord rather than in normal minor, which would be a minor chord. Okay, so this is the big chord progression, you know, especially in Santana's world. This is the chord progression. Okay, now this little groove, as you heard, is a quick one. So we're going to slow it right down. It's 16th note. So the last one was 8th note, so a little bit more relaxed. This is a 16th note groove, so very quick. Okay, so it sounds like this. Up at pace, it's, but broken down, okay, it sounds like this. Okay, and we've got a bit more free reign over the chuckers, but I'm going to show you the specific places I want them in, and then you can add as many in as you want as you speed it up. Okay, so let's just kick off. We're starting on the G minor. Okay, and on the G minor, we're going to play like this. Okay, so we're going to go down, down. Now, in terms of count, when we count in 16th notes, we count 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. That's one bar. Okay, so this is going to be 1 E and. So basically, the 1 and the and of our 16th note count. Okay, so 1 E and a. Okay, 1 E and a 2. So on the 2, we're going to viciously attack that G minor chord. Okay? If you don't like the count, if you really don't get on with that kind of counting stuff, then try it just in your head as down, down, down. But on the last down, you just attack the entire chord. Okay? Now, the next thing is going to be an up. Okay? I'm going to count it through first. 1 E and a 2 E and a. So it's on the E and which is, I can see why people don't like this kind of count on 16th notes, because it's quite intense. So let's just see if we can get it together using the sound and the down and up strokes. Okay. So notice when I do hit that first G minor chord, I let it ring out. And then in terms of my strokes with my right hand, I go up, down as nothing, and then I attack the up. Okay. So it's like down, 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 up. Notice that in between I've made the right kind of air movements. I haven't just stopped. That's not going to be very good at all. We don't want to stop. We want to keep the arm moving at this pace, but get the right hit in there. So 1 E and a 2 E and a. Okay, or down, 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 up. Okay, keep the arm moving. Okay, so this is where you're going to get your chuckers in there. Okay, so we're going to go, oh, sorry. Okay, and get a nice big hit on the downstroke before going to, basically, we're going to go to the C, okay, and we want to just attack the root note, or maybe just the power chord of the C before hitting the whole thing. So you want to put the chord on, but with your plectrum, you're just going to target the lower notes of the chord, okay? And you're going to do a downstroke on that first, okay? And then you're going to hit the entire chord, okay? So it's going to sound like this. Again. Okay, I'll count it through. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4, 5. Okay, if you want to get a few more, then just lose the air strums and just make sure you're muting the chord. But I'm going to leave that up to you guys, because that's going to come naturally, very naturally, as you start to speed this up. The main thing is we get the hits in there. Okay, so I'm just going to put that on side a drum beat and do it a few times around so you really get to grips with that. Okay, so I've got the 16th note set up on the drum beat. Let's have a listen to 70 BPM. Okay, so that is this arm movement. So that's going to sound at this pace. So what we'll do is we'll slow that down. We're going to aim to get up to that pace. So I'm going to go right down to 50 BPM, 16th notes. It might sound really slow if someone just says to you 50 BPM, but at 16th notes it's actually still pretty quick. So here we go. I'm going to go through it nice and slow a few times around. 1, 2, 3 E and a 4 E and a. Again. Oh yeah. Let's do a count. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Okay, and round it goes. I'll tell you what, for those of you who still struggle with that, which I'm not surprised if some of you will be, I'm going to go down to 40 BPM, even slower. Really isolate that guitar and those hits, 3 and 4 and. And 1 E and a 2 E and a. Or just in terms of strum hits, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, down. Okay, so let's stop there. There's your groove, okay? Now in terms of actually piecing the tune together, you're going to play through that groove 14 times. And on the 15th time, I know it sounds really random, but on the 15th time, you're just going to simply go at the beginning of the bar, and then you leave a whole bar's break so that the drums can go and do some crazy fill, and then you're back in again, okay? So at a bit more of a pace, I'm gonna kind of show you through that, the amount of times and how it sounds, okay? So I'm gonna go more like this kind of pace now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, so it's quick. That's 1, 2, 3, and that's 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and then there you go. That was the 15th one, and I just attack it. 2, 3, I'm back in. And round we go, okay? So again, just like with the last one, once you've kind of got this together, go through to the tab and you'll see the entire song played through, okay? So it's about 4 minutes of that, and it's really hard. You know, in some ways it's harder to do that than some of the lead parts, just because it's so consistent, and you've got to play exactly the same every time. So really get into it, try and get it through at the right pace, but if you need to, you can slow it down as much as you like, and of course, take your time with it. There's really no rush with this. Try and get this together before looking at the next track, where we're going to do another Santana style rhythm using a few more chords this time.